Okay, so we are going to talk about marriage.
We are?
And divorce.
Okay.
I know marriage. You know marriage and divorce.
I do.
Marriage.
Fortunately and unfortunately, I
Well,
suppose.
I know. Well,
everyone should know it.
Everyone should know marriage.
Or at least the marriage
once.
part.
At least once.
Everyone should try it.
We know have friends that have tried it like 3 times.
A few times.
Let's see.
Everybody's doing it.
Everybody's doing it. I don't know why.
Lauren.
I did it. I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm fully committed. Literally should be committed. It's hard work.
It is.
It's
you know what?
the hardest
really
thing
is.
I've ever done in my life.
Well, it is a commitment. It absolutely is.
I did it late. I got married late.
So did I.
I got married later. Much later than you.
Did you?
At a late age. Yeah, I think, for a first marriage.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought I waited long enough.
No, I think you got married at the right time. I got married at the right time for me. It was late. Met a guy, just thought he, right one, wanted to have children, which was something I unfortunately was late as well. I mean, I had a college boyfriend I thought I was going to marry.
I remember.
Yeah, and I still, I blame myself for screwing that one up, still to this day. I mean, it's not like I lament over it anymore, but I did beat myself up for years. And, I realize now that he was probably the right guy, wrong time. Like, I met him too soon.
I have the same story.
Same story. I think we all do. And, but I don't.
How you know who?
Yeah, and how you know who too. I don't lament. I mean, I wish him well. I
absolutely.
I have nothing but, I still have love in my heart for this person, even though I haven't communicated with them in a long time, many years, but I look back on it now after everything, and I realize that he was probably the right guy. I just met him. I was too young. I met him in college, and I was too young, and whatever. I made mistakes. I screwed that one up, and then I spent many years dating a bunch of idiots, and my mother will agree to that, and reminds me daily. In fact, she reminded me today. And
thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks for always, making it real, and keeping it real. And then I met someone later, and married. We both wanted it. Yeah. I did it late, but your story is, if you want to share, in a way.
Great college boyfriend, also screwed it up. Dated some idiots. Met a nice guy. I married him. Things changed. Unfortunately, we didn't have children, which was a big mistake. He didn't want children, and I always did. And that was a big disappointment in my life.
Sacrifice.
Which I find hard. It was a sacrifice, and I find it hard to talk about because now it's too late. And I always wanted children.
You raised your brother. I always considered your brother sort of your child.
I mean, he's 10 years younger than I am, so we palled around a lot, and we're very close. And when we were growing up, I felt very motherly toward him. I wouldn't say I raised him, but I felt very motherly toward him. And still, we are very close to this day, and best friends, and we lean on each other quite a bit. So that was a very nice relationship, and still is. And I'm involved. I feel very involved in a lot of kids' lives, nieces and nephews.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Godchildren and your children. I love.
No,
it
it's
much.
rare actually. I mean, I like it because I know like a lot of women that I know that have chosen not to have children, which I respect as well. I don't think people should have children that don't want them. But I find that they're missing. There's like this gene that they're missing, like this. I can't put my finger on it. It's like this like warmth and this compassion gene, and you have that gene. You have that motherly, that compassionate gene.
Yeah, I would say that I really do.
You do.
Yeah, I love children.
And because I have friends that, like, as I said, that have chosen not to have children, they're just kind of like, and they don't. And even though they try to be nice to your kids, it's not there.
I love.
And I personally, I thought I had that. I didn't have that gene, and then it turned out I did.
No,
but
you
I
really
got
did.
it
You
later.
did.
I just developed it later. Like I had no
Yeah.
interest in babysitting and whatever. But we'll talk about children later. But
It's fairly normal. I would say that's fairly normal.
I had
But
no
I got
idea.
divorced, so
Mary.
I don't know, ladies. What do you think?
Well, okay, so divorce. Like how hard? I mean, I can't speak to that. You speak to that first. Something that.
It's like a death. Here's what it is. When you first start thinking about it, you think, okay, this is going to be great. This is the answer. And you think, okay, I can't stand this anymore. This is going to be the answer. After this, everything will be great. And then you get into it, and then you think, wow, this is a failure. I'm failing at the one most important relationship of my life. I made a commitment, and I failed. And that's very difficult. I get upset.
Don't get upset.
And that's hard. That's really hard. But then you think, this is the right thing to do because I've made the decision to do it. And it really will be better. And everyone tells
Right.
you, it'll be so much better.
You got to go through
because
hell
you don't want to go,
before-
right. You don't want to go back to those situations
Correct.
as it was. And you
Right.
think, okay, absolutely right. This is the way to do it. Or this is the way through it, and you'll be so much better. Remember the time that you cried about this. Many times you've cried for it. And this will be the way to do it. And then you sort of make peace with it. And there's anger. Sometimes it's before and sometimes it's after. And then you realize that it really was the best thing. And then that's, I don't want to say the good part because it's not the good part. It's never good. But then it's peaceful. At that point, whenever that comes, and it's different for everybody, then it's okay.
And that's when you meet.
And then yes,
Then you
yeah,
meet- then you
no,
meet-
and that's the only time. I mean, that's the only time that you will meet the right person. I mean, in my experience, and I only have the one experience. That's the time that I was able to finally meet the person that I really should be with, because I was able to let go of the angry feelings, and I was able to let go of the pain. And I was like my whole self again, the person that I was before. I don't want to swear. Before the shit stuff. I was able to be the fun person that I was. I mean, you knew me before.
Yeah. And
I
I
was
also,
able to
and I
be
also
like
knew
the
you.
fun.
I also knew you going through
way
all
before.
of this.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was me the years before.
Yeah. And now I see you.
Yeah, back
Like
to
a
me.
kid again.
I'm back.
No, but
I'm
it's
back
like-
to me again.
Yeah.
This is the,
Just in case you didn't know that,
Dreaming.
she fell in love again. So she's happy, and everybody's like, wow.
I'm like the me that I was so many years ago.
I know. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
It is kind of fun that you can like. I didn't know it, but because I haven't had this experience, but I've seen some of my girlfriends like almost become like 20 again, and it's like, wow, that's so cool. I think that's so cool. It gives hope for those that think like, they're divorced. I'm in my 40s and it's over. It's not.
But this is.
It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be.
This is better than.
You're so smitten.
I know.
That's so
better
cute.
than anything.
That's so awesome. Oh my god, I'm almost jealous.
Yeah, you should be.
I should be.
Better than anything.
I love it.
I know, when you've been
so
through
happy.
the worst.
You deserve. Nobody
The
deserves.
best
You deserve
is
it.
better.
You deserve it. You went through hell and back